food rescue and hunger relief organization SA Harvest has announced its latest innovation in the fight against hunger. It's a bespoke technology platform developed to track and analyze the nutritional value of food the organization delivers. SA Harvest Chief Operating Officer Ozzy Nel joins us now to tell us more about this exciting innovation. Mr. Nel, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, how imperative is it for South Africa to uphold the nutritional value that is stipulated in our constitution?
Katlego, thank you for having us this evening. I think it's absolutely essential. If you think we're a country that has got, if you look at the latest statistics, more than 30% of the kids born in South Africa under 5 are already showing signs of stunting. And that is a reality. So it is essential that whatever food that we deliver, that we track it and make sure that it's nutritionally balanced as an organization.
And just maybe talk to us about some of those contributing factors towards stunting to that 30% of children under 5. What is it in our foods that would contribute towards this?
Look, a lot of it goes around our staples. You know, there's not enough nutritional value in our staples, and that's why we as SA Harvest, we spend a lot of time with the likes of Professor John Taylor at the Pretoria University, and like-minded people that helped us really build an algorithm that can weight all your micro and macronutrients, and to make sure, and then when we do deliver, that everything is tracked and traced, and that we can actually measure what's going out.
And one can imagine that within those staples, maize is an oversupply for many of those children in South Africa who can't afford anything else.
Absolutely. And yes, there is a lot of fortified maize products out there, but a lot of it just really talks to sustenance more than real nutrition. And that's why there needs to be such a focus on getting the right proteins and vitamins, etc., into these kids' diets.
So just the objective of this innovation, just talk to us about that.
So Katlego, when we first started building the technology solutions for SA Harvest, we were really focused on absolute transparency, you know, keeping the cold chain and tracking how the food moves through the value chain from our manufacturers and our farmers right to our beneficiary. But over the years, that has really evolved. We've built in nutritional scorecards, and we've made a real effort to understand what is the data lacking at beneficiary level. So there's a lot of exciting things that we're building around what is it that our most marginalized and vulnerable communities really need. You know, and nutrition plays a big part of it, but we're also looking at some of the social issues, you know, around the soup kitchens that we work with, infrastructure, access to education through educational platforms, through tech, etc. This is just really the start.
Most certainly. Maybe explain to us how the tracker works.
So how it works is that SA Harvest has got various warehouses all over South Africa, and we bring in stock from all of our donors into these warehouses, and that is obviously recorded on our platform, on our digital platform. And once it gets sent out in parcel form, but if we say parcel form, we don't mean a parcel, we mean most probably a 4-ton truck. Every single component, every single item, bread, vegetables, whatever's gone into that consignment will have a certain nutritional value through this added to it, through a detailed RDA database that we've implemented. And thereby we can track the level of the nutrition for that delivery. And by delivering every week to our same beneficial organizations, because that's what we do, we deliver every week so that you can build a real relationship. We're able to track in a month to make sure that they have had, you know, suitable nutrition delivered to them in the form of the donations that they've received.
And how much, as an organization, do you deliver on a monthly or an annual basis?
On a monthly basis, you know, at the moment we're standing on just over 1 million meals a month. The problem is much bigger than that. As you all know, there's 20 million South Africans that are food vulnerable at some stage of the month. So there's still a long way to go. But the beauty of building a digital platform that underpins all of our strategy is that we can tap into other organizations, give them access to data, and work as a collective and see what's really needed out there versus what is coming in.
And I mean, your work isn't only in ensuring that you deliver meals to those that need them, but it's also in rescuing food and ensuring that it doesn't go to waste. So I'm sure this technology plays a very big role in that aspect of ensuring that the food that could have gone to waste reaches plates, but in its most nutritious form.
Absolutely. I could not have said it better myself, Katefo. It is so essential. And you know what? Whenever you want to solve something that is this big and you want to scale, data is always going to be a key role. And the better the data, the better we can solve.
That's absolutely amazing. So how important is it? I mean, you mentioned earlier on the transparency with regards to showing and telling where the food comes from, how it's transported, and how it gets to the end user and onto the plate. How important is the transparency within that process?
It is so important, Katefo. You know what? If you think there's a lot of risk around food for the manufacturers and the suppliers, if you're not keeping the cold chain and you cannot digitally prove that you've kept the cold chain, there could be brand reputations that are at risk. There could be serious health risks as well. So important to track all of those elements on every single delivery. Yeah.
Well, this is very interesting, and it's a wonderful innovation there in terms of also assisting those that are in need of food. Thank you for joining us this evening, Ozzy Nel, the SA Harvest Chief Operating Officer, speaking to us there about the nutritional tracking technology that they have come up with. Thank you so much for your time this evening.